Right, let's continue with more Elder Scrolls Online and some more Thieves Guild. A couple of bookshelves here, but nothing that we can read from. Carrie's hit list. Oh. Attention, new bloods. In the past, members of the Thieves Guild proved who the best of the bunch was by stealing the rarest, most valuable treasures they could from the rarest, most valuable treasures they could from some of the most powerful people in Tamriel. We really don't need to attract that kind of attention right now, seriously. However, the Guildmaster thinks it's important for you to hone your skills and distinguish yourselves, so I've cataloged an inventory of one-of-a-kind items no one will send to an army to retrieve. Find them, steal them, put them up in the den as proof of the deed. This is for bragging rights, not gold, so don't come to me expecting a king's bounty for any of this stuff. Abba's Landing. The great, you get the idea, grandnephew of some banker back when Prince Hugh was alive still has the poor sap's repossessed funeral urn sitting out as a flower pot. Grinshade. The Mages Guild is doing restoration work on an old set of weird living books for one of the tree thanes. I guess you're supposed to water them. Auridon. Prince Naaman had a commemorative decanter commissioned for his coronation, which never happened. Rumor says it's still on display in Skywatch Manor. Malabator. There's an old wood elf tale about a bard so good he won a contest with a cursed harp. Supposedly, the Mages Guild is keeping it from bursting any eardrums in the wrong hands. Reaper's March. The Mages Guild is caring for the ancient possessions of some Khajiit warrior of old at their holdings in Rawlcar, actually. You have the misfortune of finding his spittoon, Grotwood. There is a mannequin to steal, Alikir Desert. Okay, this is a lot of stuff to steal. Alright, let's talk.
Walk Softly sent word of your time at Fulstrom Homestead. Said you slipped out from between the Iron Wheel's greedy fingers.
Yes, you must be the Guildmaster.
I am, but call me Zira. Titles don't carry weight when you live in a cistern. Pretty bold of you and Quen to go after the Geovessan's skull. Did you know she sent a letter asking to set up a meet? Rookie mistake. The Iron Wheel read her mail.
They knew we were coming all along?
That's why I sent Walk Softly to pull you out. Don't get me wrong, Quen may be green, but she planned a real heist. The kind we used to pull off before the Iron Wheel captured or killed most of us. Bastards.
Why is the Iron Wheel apt to the Thieves Guild?
You heard of Magnifica Felora? She's a noble from Tanith, with a substantial dowry in her family tomb. We tried to steal it, but we failed, and she hired the Iron Wheel to punish us. I hear their leader thought you worked for us. Want to make it official?
What do you mean?
If the great Chief Inspector Ron Beek thinks you're part of the Guild, who am I to disagree? We need good thieves, capable thieves like you and Quen to pull ourselves out of the gutter. So, care to join the Thieves Guild? We have nowhere to go but up.
Sure, we'll join.
Good. You aren't afraid of a challenge. The more you do for us, the more gold and respect you'll earn. Reputation goes a long way with us. Bringing us the Geovessan's skull is a good start. Here's your cut. Don't worry. Quen will get her portion.
Right, let's complete it.
I told you about our failed heist, the one that led the Iron Wheel to Abba's Landing. Someone pointed them in our direction. It's time we found out exactly who it was.
Do you have any suspects?
My gold is on Velsa. She was part of our Thieves' Council, the Guild's inner circle, but she retired just before the dowry heist. It might be coincidence, or it might be she sold us out for large stacks of coin.
Are you certain Velsa betrayed the Thieves Guild?
That's what I'd like to find out. You and I should pay her a visit, see if the Iron Wheel funds her retirement. There's a breach in the city wall, outside the flooded district. Meet me there when you're ready.
Alright, we'll meet you there.
Thieves should always travel separately. Advice from Nicholas. Good advice.
Who is Nicholas?
Our old guildmaster, a mentor and a friend. He planned the dowry heist that would have seen us wealthy beyond our dreams. But he's gone. I lost him in Magnifica Felora's family tomb. He is sorely missed.
How did Velsa retire from the Thieves Guild?
Said she'd earned enough for a lifetime. Handed over her rackets and told us to leave her alone. We'd see her in the markets now and again. She kept to herself. Fine by me. Coral underclothes are less abrasive.
Okay, so notifications here. We've got Thieves Guild leathers. Yeah, which I gotta say are atrocious. No way. The Thieves Guild does not give us a personality, so we're not gonna get that. However, foot armor, we're not gonna use that. Let's take a look at our skills and see what the Thieves Guild gives us. Thieves' troves are caches that are located all over Tamriel. They can only be opened by members of the Thieves Guild. Bounty is decreased by 46 after 3 minutes. Let me see. When a guard accosts you, you may use clemency once per day. If used, the guard will not arrest you or take your money and stolen goods. Additionally, guards will not attempt to accost you for 1 minute after you use clemency, unless you commit other crimes. When you have bounty and are in combat, you have a chance to spot a footpad in a town with a refuge. Interacting with a footpad will transport the player safely into the nearest refuge. Decreases detection range of witnesses and guards by 10%. Witnesses are thus less likely to notice crimes, while guards won't challenge until they get closer. Okay, sounds kind of useful, but are we really going to be using those? I don't plan to spend a lot of time stealing stuff. What is this here? Lady in the Cistern and Daryl's Theory. There's a statue of some lady in the middle of our thieves' den. She was here when we got here, and nobody seems to know who she is or why she's there. Can anybody tell me who this is supposed to be? I think she's the lucky old lady. I saw her statue in Bravo. Once I can't put my claw on it, but it feels as though she's the same person. And it makes sense why the matron of fortune would be here, blessing the only consistent source of clean water in Hews Bane. What do the rest of you think? Who is the lady in the cistern? I guess we'll have to go there and see who she is. And what is this? Some new faces in the Thieves Guild. Before we send you to pick the pockets of bigger and richer targets, we need to know you can handle yourself. Lucky for you, the Iron Will has pulled their patrols out of a bar's landing. Go pick a few pockets. Your best bet is a bar's landing, but anywhere in Hews Bane will do. Note, scorpions don't have pockets. Nab a few personal items or a lot of treasures. Fence what you find, but report back to me. I'm not feeling like getting into that right now.
Care to earn a little extra coin on the side? It's for a good cause.
Yes, when we get back. I think the only skill I'm not gonna spend any skill points on the Thieves Guild. I need to totally rework our character. We're gonna go full on Magicka again. But to do that, we're gonna need a lot of gold. Meet her outside a boss landing. Okay. This area reminds me of Assassin's Creed.
I should never have borrowed that money.
This is bad. These are troubling times. When we forget the past, it has a disturbing tendency to rear up behind us and bite us in the arse.
Later.
Traps everywhere. Can't fall asleep.
The Iron Wheel? Here? Are they protecting Belsa? What's this? A message to Chief Inspector Runbeak? Let's see what it says. Damn it. Damn it! Change of plans. You need to see this. This message is to Chief Inspector Runbeak. It's about an arrest order. Velsa's arrest order. She isn't working with the Iron Wheel. She's their next target.
You seem disappointed.
Velsa was the last living person who could have placed the Iron Wheel on our trail. But it wasn't her. Of course it wasn't. Now I need to tell my least favorite person that she's in mortal danger.
Why do you need to do that?
I can't stand her, but she was always one of our best. I could really use her help in restoring the Thieves Guild. My eye just twitched. I need to control that around Velsa. Never show her your tell.
Good to know. So what's the plan?
I want to rush in, give the Iron Wheel a reason to fear us. But I'm in charge, and if I'm captured, the Thieves Guild is dead. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I need to fall back to the den while you warn Velsa.
Never met her, so how can I convince her?
Show her the Iron Wheel's message. Tell her Nicholas is dead if you have to. Do what you can to bring her to the den. But if she refuses, leave her. I owe her a warning. Nothing more.
All right.
Head to the upper levels and search for her villa. It's a bit of a maze, but look for a big garden. And watch for traps. Velsa is enthusiastic about her privacy.
What kind of traps?
Obnoxious and dripping with poison. Just like her personality.
Why is she your least favorite person anyway?
If she hadn't retired, Nicholas would still be alive. I shouldn't say that. She's very good at what she does. If she'd been around for the dowry heist, we'd have been spared all this tragedy. But now's not the time to open old wounds.
All right. Here's the cooking fire. Let's look at this recipe. All right. I'm not gonna take the spoiled food. First, let's look upstairs. Interesting that dragon frogs do that. I didn't know that. Okay, let's go find her villa.
Help someone in need?
Maybe later. For now, let's go discover this site. Locations of Zet. And let's put this Sway Shrine on our map, then we'll go back to her villa. Great, they're coming. I called my friends. Weren't we just here? Okay, right.
I beg of
What do you want? Can't even talk to you anyway, so... No.
I'd rather drink with a goblin, thank you very much.
How do we get up there? How do we get up there? Okay, these are the traps we were talking about. So I think we're finally found a way to get upstairs. We need to be careful not to fall down, because if we do, we have to start all over again. Let's see how quickly they take him down.
Did you fall and land directly upon your skull? I am retired.
Unfortunate soul.
Well, sir, do not make me beg. It is unbecoming of our most profitable history.
And who is this, Silverclaw? Who else befouls my garden?
In all truthfulness, I have no knowledge. A friend? But you have no friends. Beyond my humble and mercantile self, of course.
Right, let's talk Velsa.
You've made it past my traps. You're lucky, stupid, or quite skilled. I haven't decided which. Well, my garden needs tending. Out with it, and be on your way.
I have a warning from the Thieves Guild.
What Thieves Guild? The Iron Will killed or branded the lot of them. Did your illustrious guild master send you? Tell Nicholas if he shows his face here, I'd have a mind to slap it. With a switch. Covered in nettles.
He's dead, actually, and Zira is the new guild master.
Then he finally went through with his damned fool heist. So, Guildmaster Zira sends a warning, does she? Nicholas barely in the ground, and she seeks to uproot my retirement?
She wants you to come to the Thieves Guild. The Iron Will plans to arrest you, and we found this message.
The old cistern? Zira wouldn't warn me unless she wanted something. And I would like to see the quality of recruits she allows into her thieves' den. Very well. Help me repay a favor, and I'll play Zira's vastly inferior game. This is where you agree.
What kind of favor?
Ah, you showed interest. I'll consider that your agreement. The skittish Khajiit pretending not to eavesdrop is Silverclaw. Ask him why he needs our help. Meet me behind his old warehouse. After you know what you're walking into.
Okay, Silverclaw.
The Thieves Guild restored to Abba's Landing? I am most grateful for your timely and unexpected assistance. You see, my bountiful warehouse was taken from me by some conniving and nefarious individual.
Who took your warehouse?
That is the question I keep asking myself. One day I arrived to find unfamiliar guards. They chased me from my own warehouse like a common dragon frog. Someone must have bribed my overseers. It does not matter. I need you to recover what was lost.
Are you asking me to steal your warehouse back?
What? No! Did I fail to mention the ledger hidden in my old office? I may have lost my warehouse, but the ledger is worth twice that entire rickety building. If you help Velsa restore it to me, I shall be most grateful to the Thieves Guild.
Okay, we'll meet Velsa at the warehouse.
Then I shall look forward to our next most auspicious meeting.
Okay, meet Velsa outside Silverclaw's warehouse. Apocrypha. The infinite archives of Hews Bane are the ultimate treasure. Its innumerable shelves and countless books carry the weight of all knowledge. Therein, the diligent reader can find all that was, all that is, and all that will be. Followers of the divines content in their dark cloisters of ignorance preach hatred of the Golden Eye. Daedra, they call him, unclean, monstrous, wicked. We have seen the truth. Knowledge is only as wicked as the one who wields it. Forsaking learning in fear of its misuse is the ultimate sin. It is an unforgivable folly. As a result, mortals have suffered countless centuries of loss. In Apocrypha, the Golden Eye weeps cold tears at this plague of ignorance. Those who walk his halls are truly blessed. Even as their flesh falls away, they are permitted to browse the infinite tomes and scrolls, privy to all mysteries that have ever and will ever exist. It is the most blessed of fates. We give you praise, Hews Bane. We seek enlightenment, illumination, and a place at your side. Okay, we've read that one already. Before we continue... Let's get into the secret passage and see what's up. Oh, I'm so tempted to rummage through this house and see what secrets it has. Let's do that. The most they have is giant spiders. Nothing more, really. A cooking fire. Okay, this is the warehouse district. Okay, before we do this, we need to head to Grotwood, which is the capital of the Aldemary Dominion. And we need to go to Elden Root. Right, now that we're in Elden Root, I said I've been itching to go back to full blown out mage. Auriel blesses you with his wisdom for a generous contribution. Will grant you the power to revisit your choices regarding attributes. Yes, that's what we want to do. So let's go to character. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, let's just go all out Magicka. Not that much, really. Let's do that and see how it looks. Let's look at our skills here. We have one attribute point. Should we do it in Magicka? Or should we throw it in health? You know what? Let's go Magicka. Alright, so now let's take a look at our skills. We've gotten a bit of Alright, so what we need to do next is we need to reset our champion points. Should we do it in a... reduces the magicka cost of spells? Okay. Now let's look at the apprentice here. Elemental expert increases your flame, frost, shock, magic. Okay. And what do we have in the ritual? Physical, poison, and disease damage. We don't need that. I think we can throw it all here. Increases the effectiveness of healing done. I don't know if we have enough money. Now, steed, we have, what do we have in the steed? Spell resistance, okay. In the Lord, what do we have here? Okay. Alright. We have 1 point to spend. Now the next thing we need to do is find ourselves a destruction staff. We'll do that when we come back. For right now, well, actually, skill points. Yeah, we're not getting married. We don't have enough gold. All right, so right now, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we'll pick up with more Elder Scrolls Online.